welcome back to Pitt State Esports. Today we have an Overwatch match for MCEC. They'll be playing Fort Hayes today, and for the first map, it looks like it's going to be Ilios. Last game they had, they went against MSSU and took the victory 3-0 against them, and they had a little bit of fun after that and played a couple extra matches if I remember correctly. But Pitt State did really good over that game. Let's see what they have for us in this upcoming game against Fort Hayes. Like I said, they played really well in the MSSU game, giving a 3-0 performance. But we don't know about Fort Hayes. Let's see how it goes here in a second. Starting the first match, looks like we got for Pitt State an Orisa, Bastion, Soldier, Elari, and Lucio. For Fort Hayes, they're still deciding, but I'll talk about it when they are decided. So for Fort Hayes, it looks like they have an Ana, Roadhog, Kiriko, Reaper, and Soldier. As here on the first map, see some King of the Hill action. Starting off strong, Pitt State doing a couple big damage to the Roadhog, building up the ult. But Orisa gets hooked instantly by the Roadhog, taking out their tank. They're going to have to back up here. Hopefully not get any more deaths. And Reaper takes out another one, followed by the Soldier taking out the Elari turret there. It's 3v5 right now. Hopefully our tanks can get back fast enough. 4. And it looks like two other people are taken down by a Reaper flank, as both the DPS are taken down. Orisa struggling to find them. Cannot get the kill quite yet. Gets slept too. Fort Hayes holding this strong. Moira on the flank a little bit to do some damage. Can't quite get a kill though. Soldier as well, trying to get a flank here going. Almost kills the Ana. Ana gets away though. Kiriko pots for the save, and they're full healed now. Two people are taken out against Pitt State from Pitt State. 3, 4. Looks like Pitt State's gonna have to reset here. Good control from Fort Hayes as we get to this 60% mark here. Looks like Pitt State doesn't have any ult either, whereas Fort Hayes almost has all of their ults. Elari battling here. Oh, gets taken out by the Reaper, followed by the Monkey taken out by Soldier. Soldier, though, getting a pick on the Kiriko there. And another takeout, though, by the Soldier. And Pitt State's just getting wiped off the board here as they kind of struggle to get to a point. Getting taken out by these DPS slowly, and these hog hooks aren't helping as well. Trying to push up here, get some space. And the Reaper with a big ult. And the Soldier ulting, using 2 ults there to get a 4K, kind of clean up this match. And that'll be round 1 going to Fort Hayes. Let's see what Pitt State can do here coming up into the second round. Hopefully they can at least get more control over the point in this one, as Fort Hayes seemingly just dominating that scene. Looks like Pitt State is changing up their comp a little bit, bringing in a Junkrat instead of a Reaper. Looks like Fort Hayes is looking to get this point fast with the Lucio, trying to get all that space that they can. as Pitt State sticks to the Orisa and Moira Ilari combo. I think Pitt State here might need some antis or something to deal with this hog, as it looks like he's being a big nuisance to the tanks and all the players in general. Good pick from Junkrat there, though, taking out the Reaper early, bringing it down to a 4v5. Reaper can get back fast, though. Ilari almost taken down there by the hog. Pitt State getting control of this point. Heals are doing good as no one's really getting taken down here. And as I say that, the Ilari gets taken down by the Reaper, followed by Junkrat killing the Lucio. Pitt State still kind of having control of this point, and it looks like Roadhog's going to go down at least. Right as the Junkrat was killed, followed by the Soldier being killed as well. Reaper's just taking out everyone here, as Moira goes down as well. Fort Hayes taking control of this point, and Pitt State trying to group up here. Looks like the Soldier might be trying to get some flank damage. Orisa in a sticky situation gets taken out by the Reaper. The Reaper is just popping off here as the Junkrat gets taken out, followed by the Hog Hook on the Soldier, leaving just the healers, and the healers are down. Fort Hayes really showing a dominance right now, especially with this Reaper. Big plays all around. Junkrat looking like he pushed too far, gets taken out by the Ana. Looks like Hog hooked him there. Big anti from the Ana. Takes out the Soldier. And an ult from the Hog, taking out and the Soldier. Big tire, though, killing the Kiriko. But everyone's just getting taken out here. Pitt State, not much to do, as Junkrat's left on 2 HP, gets taken out eventually by the Soldier. Pitt State just cannot get to point now, as it's 90% for Fort Hayes. They have ults, but they really need to work with them now, or nothing's going to happen. And they do, but they couldn't get anyone off the pick. And Orisa gets taken down because the Nano and Kiriko combo. Moira is last left on the point. Now Junkrat trying to jump in. They're just staggering at this point, trying to get this overtime, trying to get this touch, and they just cannot. And the first game goes to Fort Hayes. With that, we'll take it into a quick break. Here we are back on Pitt State. It looks like we're going onto King's Row here for the second map, as Fort Hayes took that first game. Really just taking control of that point with the Hog plays and the Reaper flanks. Let's see what Pitt State can do on this next game here. As we saw, I mean, they were just getting staggered on that last map over and over, and some big hooks from Hog and antis from the Ana. And, you know, that Reaper was just putting in the damage, and a lot of ults were coming out as well. But here we go, nonetheless, with the second game. For Pitt State, looks like we have a Rhine, Soldier, Reaper, Ana, and Ilari. And for Fort Hayes, a Lucio, Zarya, Ana, and two snipers, Widow and Hanzo. Fort Hayes is on the defending side right now, thinking about getting those early picks with those snipers, I'd assume, so they can take fast control of that point. See how that works out for them. As we start this match, the Ana fighting for her life gets taken out by the Widow. Rein fighting this Ramatra. Ramatra low on health. Cannot go down, and now he's back to full health. Holding this angle as much as they can. Ramatra gets through. It looks like Fort Hayes is getting through to the point. Keeping up this pressure. Nobody's dying just yet. Good kill from Toxic there on Rein. Got the Ramatra pick. And Whiskery too, with the Reaper peak, but unfortunately is taken out by the Ana. Left in a 4v5 right now. Whiskery needs to get back fast so they can keep control of this point and get that damage up. Rein holding off this Ramatra as best as he can. Oh, and the soldier is taken down by the other soldier with a cheeky little rocket there. Helix rocket. And Rein is eventually taken out because the healers have to peel out. Lucio is just bullying them. Matra taking out two as well. Pitstone needs to regroup here. They're going to just give away point. So they're going to have to defend the cart here. Looks like they switched from Ana to a Kiriko. Maybe trying to keep themselves alive a little bit longer. Reaper still on this flank. And a Hanzo ult coming in. Can't quite do anything with that flank though. Alari low on HP. Rein has their ult though. Might be able to see a big play here soon. But the Hanzo just takes out Kiriko and with a headshot out of nowhere. Reaper's still on that flank though, doing as much damage as he can. Almost has his ult too. And the Ramatra and Hanzo combo is just taking them out. Panic ult from Alari there, trying to get away and can't. Reaper's left alone and is just taken out by the soldier. Pitt State really struggling to keep this defense up as Fort Hayes is pushing this cart. We still have this Rein Shatter. We've got 3 ults for Pitt State right now. Almost a Kiriko. 3 ults for Fort Hayes as well. And almost a Hanzo. Shatter goes down. He gets 1. But they beat. And looks like they nano the Lucio. See if that can get something done, but Soldier's taken out. So is the Alari. Soldier takes out another 2 with his ult. It's just the Rein, as Rein is getting bullied by the Lucio and Soldier there. Can't really do anything. Pitt State really needed to get some picks as Soldier goes down trying to fight the other Soldier. Couldn't quite get that health pack. We have only 1 ult to work with. Same as Fort Hayes, but we're struggling here on defense. Pitt State going in with the Kiriko ult. Trying to make something happen. Rein gets 1. That's enough damage done for them to back out. But they take out 2 healers. Hanzo taking out 3 people with his ult, leaving a 2v1 or 5v1 now. And man, Rein's just taken out instantly after that one. Hanzo with a huge ult. Pitt State trying their best to recover. Ryan taking this point, trying to pin that Ramatra. And Hanzo's just taking them out one by one in the background. And the turrets are getting taken out too, so heals are low. And they're just falling apart here as Fort Hayes takes this map for round one. Let's see how Pitt State fares on the offensive and what comp they can bring. Maybe change it up. I think they had a hard time dealing with the Hanzo there, as he was just in the background kind of shooting arrows, and he would just get some headshots and taking out the healers and DPS, kind of leaving the tank alone in some scenarios because of all that pressure. Looks like they're doing a dive-ish comp now with a Genji and Winston, keeping the healers the same though. And Fort Hayes switches it up with a Sigma, Lifeweaver, Sojourn, Mercy, keeping that Hanzo. We've seen some good plays from Genji before, and it looks like they might just do the new rework Sombra instead. Let's see what this new Sombra can do. Ryan trying to break the Sig shield to get the Sig shield. Venom is taken down though by the Sojourn. I think was doing damage to the Rhine shield there and just gets away with it. And Sombra just taken out so fast by the Sojourn there. Nothing really they can do. I mean, they just... And oh my gosh, the Sojourn is just going crazy here, taking out the Soldier next. They have got to get rid of this Sojourn. As we see a Widow swap to maybe get some picks going. But they also have an Hanzo to fend off the Widow. Ryan needs to push up here, get some space to make something happen. He is trying to get rid of this Sojourn, get her out of position maybe to get a push going, but the Sigma is just on his butt. So they do take some space, getting closer to point. Ryan doesn't have much shield left though. Sojourn low. Ryan running out of that shield. He needs to regen that shield. Ryan out of shield. Kiriko pops the ult, but they're taken down one by one. This Sojourn, Sigma, just taking down, especially with this Mercy on this Sojourn. Crazy damage as they wipe the whole Pitt State team. Pitt State Here we go. Pitt State finally pushing up, trying to get this space, trying to get this point as fast as they can so they have at least some time on the board. But they are just taken out over and over by this tank and this Hanzo, doing so much damage with just one shot. It is really hard to fight a Hanzo. They just go down. 6 seconds left. Not much they can do here. If they can get a touch, that'd be awesome, but realistically, it doesn't look like that's the case. Ryan does make it to the point, but he just does not have enough heals to take all this damage. And nobody's falling. The Hanzo gets taken down, though. Reaper's still on the point. Ramatra, though, taking a lot of damage here, almost dies, but the Hanzo gets rezzed. And it's just left for Tracer to win this, and they cannot. And that is map 2 going to Fort Hayes. Pitt State really struggling to get to that point there and fighting that Hanzo Sojourn combo. I think the Mercy doing so much in assists over there really was a struggle for Pitt State. With that, we'll take it a break here and come back for game 3. Welcome back here to Pitt State Esports. We've got a game 3 after that quick break. Fort Hayes is up 2 right now, Pitt State having none. As we see, they are on one of the new maps, I believe. Going for a Orisa, Tracer, Bastion, Brigida, and Moira combo, while Fort Hayes is doing a more aggressive approach with a Lucio, Junker Queen, Kiriko, Tracer, and Soldier. Here on Flashpoint. First objective. Unlocking soon here. You see some poke damage here. Bastion just going down. Tracer getting the best of him with a flank. Taking out one. Orisa jumps down to point though. Fighting this Junker Queen. Junker Queen does go down. Sorry. Junker Queen does not go down, but takes down the Brigida. Followed by the Orisa. And it's just cleaned up from there with the Tracer and Kiriko getting the other 2 kills. Looks like Pitt State might be pushing here from lower. They do switch up the comp too, going to a May. See what they can do with that. Brigida is taken down by this flank though. Tracer getting 2. Orisa left with nothing. Getting taken out as well by the Tracer. Moira is also going down by the Tracer. Tracer just really taking out everyone here, leaving the May alone to fight by herself. Looks like May is not going to make it out as well. With all this aggression from Fort Hayes. They get another one. Brigida going down again. Orisa as well. Pitt State is staggering here. Needing to find some kind of footing in these fights. As the Tracer is just taking them down, and with all this Junker Queen pressure, it's hard really to push up here. As they just keep staggering. As the first point goes to Fort Hayes. see here on the second objective already, Brigida fighting a Junker Queen by herself right now. Tracer's also on point. Switches to Winston. Let's see what Winston can do here from the Orisa. And from the Mei to a Reaper. Maybe get some more damage in here. Especially on that Junker Queen. But Winston is just taken down again. Followed by Moira. I think the Brigida was also just taken down. Nothing Pitt State can do here. So they keep going down one by one. Just Reaper left alive and he cannot make it out. Brigida having to come back. %70 on the point for Fort Hayes. Pitt State needs to make a move now to try and get this at least some damage. And Winston goes in for it, but he's got no one with him. He's trying his best though, but he gets taken out so fast by this Tracer as he's left alone and the healers cannot make it to him in time. Junkrat got one, but is then again taken out by the Tracer. Kiriko popped her ult, leaving Reaper alone on the point to fend by himself. Brigida trying to make it on there. Reaper's taken out though. Brigida pops her ult, trying to delay the inevitable here. And Tracer is just taking them out one by one. Winston left to fend by himself again as they get that second point. We saw a switch from Sim there, maybe try to get them up faster, but it didn't really help, so he switched back to Junkrat now. No switches from Fort Hayes yet, as they're kind of just controlling these points now. 2-0 for Fort Hayes. Pitt State needing to find some footing here as Winston goes in, but he doesn't have any healers with him. Might be a struggle for him. He does get healed now. Tracer on the flank though. Reaper with a big ult, taking out one. Getting everyone else low though, as Junker Queen goes down as well. Tracer's still in their backline though, taking out the healers. We can get rid of this Tracer. I think we can win this point. Tracer goes down. It's a 1v1, Soldier versus Reaper. And Reaper just gets taken down as well. Kiriko did get back to heal that Soldier. And it looks like the first point is going to Fort Hayes again. Junkrat trying to get out of here. Gets taken out by the bleed from Junker Queen. Cannot make it out. This Pitt State needing to push up here. Needing to take out that Tracer as well. Just not getting enough damage in here. As they're just taken out one by one again. Soldier taking out the Alari and Lucio taking out the Brig. Junkrat does get one, but Junker Queen gets one, and so does Tracer. Leaving Junkrat by himself again. There's not much Pitt State can do here. Going into the 70% mark. Pitt State needs to touch this point fast. Winston misses his jump trying to get to the point. Gets on it now. Little time left. They're trying to get at least some cap, some kind of hold here, and they're just taken out one by one, over and over. This ult, everything, and Pitt State goes down. Fort Hayes is 3-0 against Pitt State. Not really much Pitt State could do there. Lots of damage done by those DPS. Pitt State was just getting dominated in these rounds. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. that'll be it for tonight. And good night, guys.